Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com here, back today with another daily crypto update. As per usual, I'm going to be going over Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Neo, Vertcoin, Monero, Omisigo, and Lisk in a more detailed technical analysis in that order in just a second. I'm also going to be going over Navcoin. I want to update you all on what's been going on with this cryptocurrency because I made a video yesterday, my most oversold altcoin video, and I called sort of for a bounce and it moving higher in the near future. It seems to be moving as expected and climbing right now, so just kind of wanted to give you an update on that. Before I get into the general market and altcoin update, I'll just give a quick shout out to Coinbase if you haven't purchased cryptocurrencies yet. I personally use Coinbase, and they're not a sponsor. I have a referral link in the description. If you want to sign up, you'll get $10 free worth of Bitcoin. But other than that, let's jump right into the general market update. So Bitcoin is in fact bouncing here, and a lot of the altcoins are following Bitcoin's lead. This is something that I noticed last night, and that's kind of why I made my most oversold altcoin video as well, because I saw that things started to shift back in favor, of most of the cryptocurrencies really, except I guess Bitcoin Cash, because obviously Bitcoin Cash has been creating a lot of fear in the market in the past couple days. That seems to be out of the way for now, at least temporarily. So I think that's a good thing. Bitcoin seems to be recovering. Like I said, a lot of the altcoins now starting to bounce, and some more than others. Electronium is doing really well, up 60%. I might have to do a bit more research on this one. I've got some price prediction requests for this cryptocurrency, so I'll try to get around doing that. But as you can see, a very nice day in the market here with a lot of altcoins, up around 10%. And like I said, Navcoin doing really well here, up 20% over the past 24 hours. So other than that, let's jump right into, and I should mention, of course, that Bitcoin Cash is obviously taking a hit here and is pulling back while the money is kind of going back into the Bitcoin. So let's start off with Navcoin before getting into our normal schedule. As you can see, it bounced really nicely off this uptrend line over here. Now, just to update you guys on where it's facing some resistance, it seems to be struggling right around where it is right now, which is this, around 85-cent area. So, sorry, actually, I misread that. Around 82 cents, really. And I kind of just expected to, if there's more strength in the market in the next coming days, this will probably move higher and it won't really struggle that much. So, could probably break through this, very quickly. That could even be tomorrow if the market is nice and green. Otherwise, it'll probably just refine support on this uptrend line and keep moving higher. So I'm not too worried about Navcoin. I think it's going to break into this higher range over here and hopefully be able to break above $1 like I kind of predicted it to. So we'll see what happens, but it's definitely looking good and moving in favor, just facing a little bit of resistance at this 82 cent mark. Other than that, let's get right into our normal schedule here, starting off with Bitcoin. And as you can see, we more or less got a bounce off this second trend line that I drew over here. It didn't really happen as expected. It dipped a little bit below that, and then it had sort of a double bottom right over here where the price was able to move up higher. It's currently facing some resistance at this initial, shorter term uptrend line over here that, this one really wasn't able to hold that well, of course, because it's, sort of the, like I said, the more short-term uptrend line. So this one is just less strong, but it is, creating some resistance for the price as of right now. Couple of things to notice, as far as the indicators go, the MACD still hasn't really flattened out at all. So that's something to notice, and it may mean that we'll still have a bit of trouble breaking through that today because the MACD isn't really set up for, a move upwards here. Otherwise, I think we have a little bit of a bounce here on the RSI that I'll put in with this black horizontal support line right over here. So around the $42 area on the RSI, that's a bounce level and a new support level as well. So what do I expect to see in the next couple of days? Basically just, some consolidation in between these two trend lines over here, and pretty quickly, move above this trend line, this initial one, and restart uptrending, hopefully, like we were before. Now, we will obviously have this brown line, right, the middle band, that'll also be a little bit of resistance. That's coupled with this initial trend line. So that's really going to be the two things that we want to see the price break above before the uptrend is sort of, confirmed again. And yeah, like I said, I think it'll happen relatively quickly, probably within, the next several days, if, the market seems strong enough. And we do want to see the RSI flatten out a bit so that we can really get a crossover again. And, that might take a couple days. That's why I'm kind of expecting it to not just break above right away. Let's move over to Ethereum. Ethereum has actually been holding up pretty nicely amidst all the drama that was going on in the past couple days with, just the general market and Bitcoin Cash. That was putting a lot of panic into the market. So what's going on with Ethereum? Well, we broke above this black horizontal resistance level, which is now going to be support because the price has managed to go above that. That line is currently, at around, $312. So that's a very good sign. I've been wanting it to see really go above that again, and hopefully it can really hold and close above that. I think it will here. The market seems strong enough, so I'm not too concerned about that. And, from here, we should pretty quickly start seeing a move up to $350. So Ethereum has been holding up better than most, like I said, and that means that I think it's probably ready to start moving back up here to these higher levels. Once it reaches 350, we'll have to see how it acts, but hopefully it's the beginning of the climb towards 400 here in the making. So I like Ethereum here. If I had some more money to invest, I'd probably throw in add a position, start building up a position. I'm currently invested in Bitcoin and Litecoin though, so I won't personally do that, and I'm not recommending you to. I'm not here to give financial advice. I'm just here to share my opinion. Otherwise, as far as the indicators go, we're currently retesting this downtrend line on the RSI. Hopefully break above that pretty soon, but it seems pretty likely. So definitely expect Ethereum to start moving back up here in the near future. Let's see what's been going on with Litecoin. It seems to have recovered a bit. So, yesterday we pulled back, kind of bounced off the middle band, right? The brown line currently sitting at $57, and managed to more or less close on top of the uptrend line. Got a bounce off that today, and that's exactly what I would want to see. So we're keeping this uptrend line intact for now. It's been a bit shaky in the past couple days, but we're still looking good. And now hopefully the MACD will be able to break really out of this short-term downtrend. The RSI is moving back up. It'll probably face some resistance on this uptrend line over here. And other than that, putting a high today of $62.42 with the hopeful altcoin strength that should be seen here in the next couple days. Litecoin will also move back up to the $67 levels and hopefully be able to break above that, which would be a really good sign, right? Probably set it up for a much higher move here in the near future. So also looking pretty good, a little bit less strong than Ethereum, in the short term in the past couple days, but I'm expecting it to regain more strength here. Let's move over to Ripple. And Ripple actually was acting pretty badly just yesterday, if I recall correctly. So let's see what's been going on with Ripple. Up around 5% today, so got a nice bounce. Unfortunately, Ripple is just still completely range bound as of right now, and it faced a lot of resistance at this uptrend line over here. So the price isn't really able to hold above that as of right now. We did manage to go higher than that, but that didn't hold. We did dip pretty low as well, but we bounced back. So we're still in this range in between these two black lines, right? 18 cents and 21 cents. Now, of course, this middle band over here that's currently really flat is going to be some pretty harsh resistance, currently sitting at 20 cents, and then this uptrend line as well. So what do I expect Ripple to do here in the future? For now, the only thing we can really expect is more consolidation, right? Of course, we could see some more strength where it breaks above this uptrend line tomorrow, for example. That would definitely be a good sign. It would make it more hopeful that we break out of this range sooner. But otherwise, kind of just keep trading in this range until there's enough strength to either make a move higher or, some weakness coming in where it would move lower. I don't really see that happening as of right now unless there's some kind of bad news because of the strength in the altcoin market that, like I said, should be coming into play. But, so yeah, I just expect it to consolidate and then hopefully find an area where we'll really be able to kick back up into higher gear, right? Unfortunately, though, there is a lot of resistance, for Ripple now because of previous candlesticks, so it's going to be a bit messy for sure, and definitely not completely out of the woods yet. Now, let's move over to NEO. NEO getting a nice little bounce today, up around 5%, staying true to the uptrend line. That's good to see, and just going to kind of expect a continuation of that for, the next couple days. Bounced nicely off the RSI downtrend line. MACD very flat, not giving us much information. So, we put in a high today of $31. Hopefully we can see, maybe make a higher high tomorrow, basically, and just nicely bounce and start moving upwards. We could get a test probably if there's enough strength in the next couple of days of, this $34 resistance level up here. And other than that, if that doesn't happen in the next couple of days, we'll probably test it pretty soon, but just probably trend along this uptrend line, right? It has some good support here and is pretty well set up. We actually made it back above the middle band, which is at 27 cents today, so that's going to be an added support to hold up the price. I would say it's looking pretty good. Not enormous strength just yet, but we could see it kicking back up into, stronger action very soon. So definitely one to pay attention to. Let's check out what's been going on with Vertcoin. It actually was acting pretty nice. And yeah, so nice bounce today of, about 18%. That's good to see. We made a high actually of $5.22. Now, unfortunately, that wasn't able to hold. We fell back below this pink support line over here, which is now going to be, resistance basically. And that's just going to be something to notice in the next couple days, right? That's currently sitting at $4.85. So hopefully this middle band will really serve as some nice support here moving forward, help move up the price. And now that, the altcoin, the Bitcoin Cash really drama is out of the way, I think Vertcoin can start moving into this higher range over here, sort of the secondary range that we're talking about, if this is considered sort of the primary one. Yeah, hopefully enough strength in the next couple days added with the middle band that's currently at $4.13 to really help move up the price above this $4.85 level, and then trade in between that and $6 here for, the short to medium term. And after that, it won't be very far from its all-time high, right? So looking good for Vertcoin here, bounced nicely off the $51 mark about on the RSI. That's good to see. MACD still moving a bit downwards, but seems to be slowly but surely flattening out, and probably going to attempt a bit of a hook back to the the orange line. The MACD is also uptrending slightly, and yeah, just pay attention to if it can hold this middle band really, and if that happens, we should probably see the price kick up above this $4.85 area in the near future. Let's move over to Monero now. Monero has actually been one of the altcoins that dealt with all the drama really well, and is actually, in a very good setup here. So today, once again, making a higher low and a higher high. Now, this is a pretty crazy move here. We moved around a lot, right? Going as high as $150 today, and as low as $104. So it's been moving around a lot. The MACD is still moving up very nicely, like it was over here, and it's still in a pretty strong upwards move, which, like I said, I kind of expected to do something like here, maybe a little bit less strong, but that's what it's doing right now. Unfortunately, we seem to be tapering off on the RSI. That's just going to be something to pay attention to. We may see a little bit of, struggle and consolidation here for a couple days in between $123 and $137. that's something to notice. But basically a consolidation candlestick today with a very flat body. So we'll just have to wait and see how it acts in the next couple of days. But we're holding the uptrend. We're moving as expected. Probably just some consolidation that has to be put in here before the final, I guess, big breakout. After that, it's pretty much up to the all-time highs, which is great news for anybody holding Monero right now. Let's go over to Omisego. Omisego seemed to have kind of avoided disaster here in the past couple days, and yep, got a nice bounce today, up around 14%. We now have the MACD that's moving back upwards. I really like this move of the MACD that was downtrending, flattened out really nicely for a while, and is now finally moving back upwards. That's really nice to see. We now have a bit of an uptrend going on the histogram as well. That's going to be an added positive signal. And let's see what's been going on with the MACD here. It looks like, so we're not above the uptrend line just yet. We're kind of testing that right now. We'll probably move above that though pretty soon. And as far as the price action goes, a couple things that I want to point out. One, the middle band, and the Bollinger Bands have been flattening out, which obviously can sometimes create some, range-bound price action. But here they're going to kind of support, they're going to serve really as some support to put in a base and really let the price move upwards now. So kind of like what we're seeing with the MACD, we're kind of at this stage over here. And it faced some resistance at the top of the Bollinger Band, so it might not move. It might move a bit slowly and probably a bit of a slow and steady climb here until there's some resistance that's out of the way. We have this previous uptrend line that's going to serve as some resistance, so it's going to struggle with that, like it did today actually. And yeah, kind of bounce around this, but hopefully get a breakthrough here relatively quickly. So yeah, in between these two trend lines that I drew, that's where the price should be moving. But with the altcoin strength, it'll probably break above relatively soon this uptrend line over here, and then test and probably break through this $9.83 mark, which will be in a really nice range after that, right? Good setup for retesting the all-time highs after a while, if it reaches that range. So let's see. Final cryptocurrency of this daily crypto update is going to be Lisk as per usual. And Lisk has actually been moving very nicely as well, up 16% today. Made a high of $7.16, fell back down below that resistance level. We are now moving up really nicely on the MACD, very strong uptrend like we have with Monero. It's very similar to this over here as well. And we are now back above on the uptrend line on the RSI. That's good to see. So as far as the price action goes, actually, I just wanted to point out one more thing on the RSI. We broke above this $60 mark. This line is a bit thick, but if you just look at it like this, we had some previous resistance there, and that's a pretty interesting area to notice that we broke above. So yeah, probably be moving higher from here. Of course, we have this uptrend line now that's going to serve as some support. Hopefully we can see it, trend along that and really break through this $6.85 mark in the near future, which is pretty likely, like I said. And yeah, just kind of expecting for that. Moving up nicely, got a strong bounce, put in a nice little bottom here with the previous candlestick. So I'm liking Lisk. I think it is going to be moving higher as well. We'll have a couple resistance levels left, but not that far away from the all-time highs here. So definitely a good one to pay attention to, and could get a pretty big kick, right, if it breaks above the $7.63 dollar mark. So definitely something to pay attention to. Other than that, this concludes my daily crypto update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I thank you for watching, and have a great day.